What's up, guys? Thanks for tuning into the Saiyan Dynasty again. Let's get into the review of episode 114, Dragon Ball Super. So we've got a lot to talk about, but first and foremost, I want to say, wow, the animation was brilliant. All the action, the transformations, it was crisp animation. The animators have done a really good job this week. Comparing to previous episodes, not to say they were bad, but just this week seemed especially shiny and crisp and just had those minute details that made it really amazing, I thought. The transformation scene when Goku went Super Saiyan God Red, that was pretty epic. But also, we've got so much to talk about with all the action that's occurred this week. Cal controls her power. As I said, the return of Super Saiyan God Red Goku and Kefla, the Potara fusion, is confirmed. And we now know how they got the earrings. And also, big talking point is the next episode. We'll come on to that. So, just to start with Kale controlling her power, obviously she turned Super Saiyan Berserker. And then the bond with Cauliflower somehow woke her up from the crazy state that she was in, and she was able to control that power. So really interesting now, because she's got all that raw power and strength with some cognition, I guess you can call it now, rather than just throwing it all out there uncontrollably. So that's going to be interesting to see if, obviously, now we've got Kefla, if Kale returns to, if they defuse, is what I mean, how much power and how far Kale can go. Return of Super Saiyan God Red Goku, again, love that transformation sequence, and I'm so glad that they didn't nerf him against the Universe 6 Saiyans. It's, you know, I said in the last episode that it would be really disappointing if God Goku couldn't hold his own against these Super Saiyan 2s and Berserker Super Saiyans, whatever you want to call Kale at the moment. So I'm really glad that they didn't water him down, let's say, and he held his own. He clearly had the upper hand until the end, until they fused. And what a fusion it is. I mean, as Vados was explaining, is that these guys, they haven't just combined their powers, they've multiplied their powers 10 times. They're more than the sum of their parts. So we know how they got the earrings from the Kaioshin in Universe 6. So this is going to be interesting. They bought those earrings in as external items, and as we saw, Master Roshi bought in the Mafuba pot or vase, whatever you want to call it, and Zeno Grand Priest let that go, and I truly believe that they're going to let the fusion, the Potara earrings items go as well. I don't think they're going to care about that. They just want to see something cool, right, as we've seen before. Does this pave the way for other fusions as well, guys? What do you think? I don't think so. I think the writers want to keep it a novelty. We all look forward to seeing fusions in Dragon Ball. You know, Vegito and Gotenks. So, no, I don't think there's going to be more fusions. I wouldn't complain if there were, just not too many. Obviously, we don't want to see all the universes now wearing the Potara and having Super Warriors born. I think that would just ruin the novelty of it all. But leading into the next episode, guys, Super Saiyan Blue defeated. And it's going to be interesting to see why Goku, you know, obviously we've seen Kefla overpower him towards the end of episode 114. But it's going to be interesting to see if Super Saiyan Blue is triggered because Kefla goes Super Saiyan, or Goku just feels the need because he can't match up to Kefla in her normal state. I think it's going to be I think it's going to be Goku going Super Saiyan Blue first, then Kefla going Super Saiyan. Obviously, I think he's going to need the extra strength. But the episode title is very interesting. Super Saiyan Blue defeated. Does this mean that Goku's defeated, or does it mean Super Saiyan Blue is not enough and he needs to go Kaioken? He did say that he's going to need Kaioken. I think the Japanese translation translates to Goku saying that he will need to use Kaioken, which holds some more questions in that subject, doesn't it? Goku's body is going through a lot at the moment, and as we've seen at the end of the, I think it was at the end of the Universe 6, Universe 7 tournament arc, that after he'd used Kaioken, his body took a long while to recover. And we've also seen that he's gone Kaioken already within the last hour or so of the Tournament of Power occurring. So to go Kaioken twice in less than an hour, is that going to wreak havoc on his body? I think so. I think he's going to, he's trying to save his stamina for Jiren rematch, obviously, but I think this is going to throw a spanner into the works. And to conclude, guys, I don't think it's going to be Kefla beating Goku, and I don't think it's going to be Goku beating Kefla. I think someone else is going to throw a spanner in the works here. Frieza, we know, is on the sidelines. But I'd like to know your thoughts, and I hope you enjoyed the review of this week's episode, guys. Please leave your comments and feedback, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.